Governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has rejoiced with the people of the state, especially public servants, for witnessing the New Year 2024 at the annual prayer meeting marking the first workday held at the governor's office in Akure. Aiyedatiwa, who appealed to the people of the state to take solace in the legacies of his late former boss, restated his passion for a better Ondo State with a promise to sustain efforts at promoting the economic prosperity of the people. The governor will charge workers in the state to ensure accountability and transparency.
The workers, just leaders, and public servants in Ondo State to come. In his address of welcome, Head of Service Kayode Ogundele appreciated the present administration for promoting workers' welfare and charged workers not to engage in partisan politics as the state prepares for the governorship election this year. While congratulating and rejoicing with public servants and the people of the state, thanked God for the gift of the new year. He appealed to people of the state to take solace,
to rest in the bosom of the Lord. The year 2024 promises to be our quest as an administration
to a better Ondo State while improving the lives of the people in line with the redeemed agenda of the present administration.
The governor, who commended the state workforce for its professionalism, reassured workers of commitment to their welfare.
We will forge ahead with the approval already given for the recruitment of health workers as a way of strengthening the health sector, while
that it is a common their commitment to make the state more secured for its people, chairman, family, as well as for the workers of the state. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Workers across various sectors have resumed duties in commencement of their tasks. Labor union leaders and government workers expressed optimism while advocating improved working conditions and welfare for workers in the year ahead. Osrc's Zaida Rebisala has more.
The first of order, basking in the euphoria of a fresh start. The resumption to duties follows the 2 holidays for Christmas and New Year, a period marked with festivities. In the public sector across ministries,
2024 first working day, and we are grateful and we are fully prepared for the job.
We have to be accountable in everything that we do, that in the course of discharging our responsibility, we should take the duty of the government in imparting.
I
must say that it's a new year and there are much opportunities.
Government.
We should buckle up. It's going to be a challenging year.
So that we both move Ondo State forward, and we, to the workers, to whom much is given, much is accepted. We expect all of everybody to do their job diligently, and God will guide us.
Residents of Akure, the Ondo State capital, have shared their visions for the new year and expectations from the federal government. According to them, it will do the country a lot of good if government provides basic requirements required for Nigerians to break even in the new year. Omono Language sampled opinions of the people and now reports.
At the turn of every year, people come up with resolutions after reflecting on their activities over the past year to set another goal for the new year. Sampling the opinions of residents of Akure 2024.
My resolution for the year 2024, and for me to be more increased and enlarged.
That's what I need this year, that this year is my new thing, new year. So I plan to grow up with my family.
A determined philosophy towards development and growth. We don't have in a bit. Then we run so.
It's needed for the masses, and all the promises they made when they were about to get to the post, they should review them and go over it, at least provide it for the masses.
Some men of God were called
through Democrats. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole completed.
And Bamidele Olayelogun. The former lawmakers condoled with Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa and people of Ondo State following the passing of former Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. Speaking on behalf of the people, former Speaker of the 7th and 8th Assembly, Jumoke Akindele Ajulo, described late Akeredolu, a man who was passionate
that built policies like Amoteco. Today we are all proud of what we have as Amoteco. They have stood.
Said the state and the country has lost a rare gem.
We have very good news about political crisis that has not affected that relationship. The record from sectors. Some people went to Martina and so it is want something, that's something. But it's no more today. I want to thank you for it. It's a great loss for me, it's like a paradox.
The governor assured that his late boss will be celebrated and his legacies sustained. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Many road users in Akure, the Ondo State capital, have expressed lack of knowledge over the federal government's 50% discount on interstate transportation for U-Tide. Those who spoke with Osrc said they continue to trade in the existing transport fare despite the hike in fuel. Omorola Bridge has details.
to cushion the weight of hardship during this Yuletide. President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday, 28th December, approved a 50% slash in interstate transport fare for Nigerians traveling till January 4, 2024. Train services were also to run at zero cost during the holiday season. Osrc paid a visit to Edo Garage, Ondo Park, among others, to ascertain the reality. The passengers say they met.
Okay, so I paid 12,200 per head.
From Akure to Ondo State to Benue State, I paid 13,500 down to Obadibo local government in Benue State. I'm aware, but I don't see the yes. So I have in the news, but I don't see anything.
Just came to park and then almost everybody paid 12 too. Yes. We pleaded. Maybe the money should be reduced, but there was nothing like that.
Drivers too confirmed that no fresh information was received as they charged their existing fare.
We are aware, but we are here through newspaper, Facebook, that federal government, they are paying 50% discount for the travelers. So, but in this our park, we don't see anything like that in our park. We don't see anything.
Stakeholders in Ondo State, Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, and Motor Park Management Committee have this to say.
The next big thing in Abuja on Monday, our next officer has told us that such project is coming up between us and the federal government. But up to now, no, none of my members called me that they have seen such benefit. As a code, anybody that the government give that special code will come to the motor park. The federal government will pick up the money, while the computer will pay half of the money. But up to now, we have never seen anybody to come to us.
It is noted that the federal government did not capture Akure as a direct beneficiary of the transport subsidy. Omoriola Hubiji, Osrc News.
The State Working Committee of People's Democratic Party in Ondo State has announced the suspension of the Mr. Fatai Adams. The party alleged that the embattled chairman which are against the rules and regulations of the party and likely to bring the party to disrepute. This was contained in a statement signed by 9 members of the committee. Mr. Adams has also been advised to appear before the State Disciplinary Committee of the party for further interrogations within the next 1 week. The party said it would deal decisively with any incursion by the ruling party or Progressive Congress into its ranks. Meanwhile, controversy has no state working committee has the power to suspend its state chairman without due recourse to the NWC as provided by the Constitution of PDP. The NWC emphasized that Adams remains the chairman of the Ondo State chapter of the PDP. The party's higher organ charged all leaders, critical stakeholders, and members to disregard the purported suspension. Reactions have not stopped trailing the rehabilitation of the old Port Harcourt refinery, which had been moribund for over a decade. Those who spoke with Osrc in Akure, the Ondo State capital, expressed confidence that with the current move by the federal government, petroleum trade in the country will be stable, subsequently leaving a positive impact on the nation's economy. Omorion Laguji has details.
In the past, Nigeria could boast of 4 major refineries with a total capacity of the Kaduna Refinery and Petrochemical Company, 110,000, and the new Port Harcourt Refinery, commissioned in 1989 with 150,000 barrels per stream day. Billions of naira expended over the years towards revamping these refineries. They still give poor operating records, with average capacity utilization hovering between 15 and 25% per annum. Hence, 70 to 80% of the national petroleum products demand is met through importation. As at October this year, records showed that Nigeria was spending about 843 billion naira monthly on the importation of petrol, following the halt in oil swaps by NLPC Limited. But now, the assurance given by the administration of President Bola Tinubu to revamp the moribund old Port Harcourt refinery by December 2023 is becoming a reality, with a recent announcement by Minister of State for Petroleum, Henneken Lokbobire, that the refinery would commence production of petroleum products and gas after Christmas.
And I'm happy that, the journalists that are here are also witnesses to what we're seeing here. The mechanical part is completed, and this is the beginning of, the completion of not just this Port Harcourt refinery, phase 1 and 2.
Vice Chairman, Petroleum Marketer Association, Ondo State Chapter, Idowu Busoyi, described the development a major milestone in the sector, saying the cost of moving fuel from outside the country is killing the economy.
Mr. President has been very, very proactive because he knows his onions, because he knows what to do, he knows the implication if those refineries are working, particularly issue that has to do with our economy. That was the more reason why he set the ball rolling. He worked hard and put everybody in place to ensure that that refinery worked before 2024 as specified. And as it's today, if that refinery can start working as from January, the implication.
Mr. Ola Iwaeni, the refinery will pump petrol fuel and other products into the Nigerian market and will save a lot foreign exchange.
Little by little, we are getting there under the APC federal government. And has promised that the Warri refinery will begin to work at the first quarter of the new year. So we have a lot to celebrate about this government.
Mr. Lekon Olajobi, a public analyst, heaved a sigh of relief, explaining that irrespective of the demand, there will be equitable distribution of products with a fair cost to all.
The commencement of operation at Port Harcourt, their production capacity is about 200 to 210,000 barrels per day, which of course is a good start from what we had in the past. I don't want to say it's a political statement because right now we are seeing